this is one family that's gone far beyond the ABCs. They have literally rewritten the record books. Michael, Janet, LaToya, the Jackson 5. Collectively, they have sold millions of albums, made hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. Theirs is perhaps the most famous family on the surface of the planet. Yet despite all the fanfare and despite all the fortune, this is one successful clan that seems to have held it all together, kept their priorities, maintained their values. To their adoring public, it's a very pretty picture. Yet according to one woman, it's a picture that may have cracked, with some of the pieces now appearing in a criminal complaint.
It's atrocious. It's committing atrocities, beating your wife, acting promiscuous. It's not glamorous to beat and batter your wife, let alone your pregnant wife. It's not something that you can look up to.
Her name is Eliza Jackson, wife of youngest Jackson brother Randy, or perhaps we should say soon-to-be ex-wife, because this is one Jackson insider who says she now wants out.
What broke up the marriage was his promiscuity and his beating and battering. So that was what broke up the marriage. Certainly, I don't think women should put up with that kind of behavior, no matter who their husbands are, no matter what kind of status he has.
And that Jackson status has not protected Randy from criminal charges of spouse abuse for his alleged battering of pregnant wife Eliza, charges that are still pending.
He was arrested because he continuously did this throughout, I would say, most of my pregnancy.
That's a very serious accusation you're making. You're saying that Randy Jackson beat you, and you're saying it on national television.
He was arrested on that charge. I'm not making allegations. He'd start an argument for no reason, and the next thing I know, something would come flying at me, some object, or he'd come grab me and throw me on the floor, or pull my hair, or drag me, or just things that are not, it's not a very pretty picture. I wish I could sit here and talk about marital bliss, but unfortunately I can't.
But what Eliza does talk about are the marriage's sour notes, like the time she says one of Randy's girlfriends called up to say she too was pregnant with Randy's child. At precisely the same time, Eliza was carrying her baby.
One particular woman, the one that has the illegitimate child, would often call the house and let me know about their... But she was doing that to break up the marriage, not because she was...
Let you know about what?
About their alleged relationship, or their relationship, really, basically, on the side. His extra...
The beautiful Eliza Jackson, estranged wife of Michael Jackson's brother Randy. In an exclusive interview with A Current Affair, Eliza made some sensational allegations against Randy, including abuse and infidelity. Today she reveals more secrets from inside the very private world of the Jackson dynasty. And Eliza answers questions many of us have been asking for years about the biggest Jackson of them all. Our Mike Watkiss has an intimate portrait of the real Michael Jackson.
She has seen the inside of one of the most famous families in all the world. Music royalty, the Jacksons. And while Eliza Jackson has had a bitter falling out with her estranged husband, Randy Jackson, she says she still has the utmost respect for many of her in-laws.
I think because of their religious upbringing, they have this innate love for each other. They may disagree with each other on issues, but the sincerity is there for what you would consider or find in a family their size, with the magnitude of their power.
And Eliza also spoke of the Jacksons' controversies.
Michael is not gay. Michael was raised religiously, and he believes in self-exclusivity. He has a lot of self-worth, so he's not readily available to share himself and with just anyone. I think he's waiting for the right lady to come along. The alleged homosexuality is very off base. He's absolutely not homosexual.
And you say that with certainty.
Yes.
Why is the family so preoccupied with changing their appearances?
It's more appealing to them aesthetically. They're not trying to look like, I don't know, somebody else. I think it's just something that they find more attractive or more appealing.
Did Randy ever tell you why Michael seems so obsessed with her?
People think that he's had a lot more surgery than he's had. He hasn't had as many surgeries as everyone thinks he's had. People say he's, done his cheeks and chin and eyes and hair and forehead, and he hasn't done that. I think maybe the thing in his chin and his nose.
And on the topic of Michael's reclusive lifestyle and affinity for children.
Michael loved children and animals because he trusts them. I don't think they ask for, it's a very innocent, it's a very safe and innocent entity.
And he doesn't feel safe and innocent around other people?
Well, he's Michael Jackson. I think everybody wants something from him. So, and it's not comfortable when everybody wants or expects something of you, or you want people to love you for you and not for who you are or what your name is.
And he doesn't find that anywhere except with animals and children?
No, he finds that more with animals and children. He has a lot of love for animals and children, I think, for that reason.
And this soon-to-be ex-Jackson in-law also has high praise for the family's newest phenomenon, Janet.
Janet came across very sincere, very nice, sincerely nice, not a person that just sort of acts nice just for the sake of being nice. It's a rarity. You don't find it in this town, unfortunately.
And Eliza's favorite Jackson is probably the least known, eldest daughter Rebe.
She's been really a true friend. She's always tried to make me feel like a part of the family, and she's always had a very good ear as far as, having to listen to my problems with Randall. So she's been instrumental, and I love her. She's a very nice lady.
The girls just stop in my way.
But Eliza's song hits a sour note when it comes to the topic of her husband.
I think that he's behaved as a spoiled, brat. He hasn't behaved like a responsible young man that would, take up responsibilities such as being married and having a wife and having a child.
Is that a symptom of being a Jackson and expecting life to be handed to you?
No, I don't think it is. I think it may be Randy's particular symptom. My war is not with the Jacksons. I only have a problem with Randy.
We have more hot superstars for you when we come back.